All right. So, making progress. Um, I'm on a personal note. I'm struggling right now. Uh, I told you in one of my videos that I had a girlfriend, and um, I'm madly in love with her, and I think we're soulmates. I think we were put together for a reason. We met just by happenstance. I wasn't even really looking for anything, and it started off all great, and then it's slowly, as we're getting to learn about each other, you got some growing pains, and um, it got to be too much for her, and she left. Excuse me, insulation, and I'm really struggling. Um, kind of slipping into a depression. So when I bought this trailer, this turd, I had a real positive attitude, and I was all about fixing it up and making it nice and cozy for her. That was my driving force. And her leaving is just taking the wind out of my sails. Uh, a lot of it is my fault. I got too comfortable. I got too happy, and I just let myself go, and apparently that was irritating to her and not what she was looking for. So, working on this place right now is really hard. I just don't want to do it, but I bought it and I have to. So, that being said, I got that front portion that had collapsed where the sink used to be. I got that all built in. I got the floor on that. I got a new subfloor under the bathtub pad. And now I'm working on the entryway because, like I showed you in one of the other videos, the heat ducts run the whole length of the trailer, pretty much down the middle. And there's no way to really put any sort of bracing between the top of the heat duct and the underside of the floor. So there's like a 24-inch span of space that the flooring is unsupported in any way, shape, or form. So over time, what happens is, since the original floor was chipboard, sawdust board, it collapses, it sags, and it gets soft, and it collapses. I wonder if I got a piece. I did have a piece over there. So at some point, somebody did put the toilet must have overflowed, or the tub overflowed or something in here, and all that all that chipboard, sawdust board just went to hell. Well, you can see it right here. See that? It's just sawdust. It's like hamster bedding that they pressed into a sheet of wood. Any moisture on that breaks down the glue composition. This stuff swells up and it just crumbles. So the whole trailer floor is made out of this stuff in an attempt to save money. For the first 10 years or so, I bet that's nice and strong. But then as soon as moisture is introduced, it gets compromised. So that being said, somebody at some point tried to shore up the floor over that heat duct by putting some pine boards, half-inch pine boards across there and toenailing them into the stringers, into the floor joists. The floor still flexes underfoot. I don't like that. It doesn't feel right. Not only that, if I do put vinyl hardwood looking planks in here for a flooring and they sag under weight, they will pop apart or crack. Or if they're the stick down kind, they will come unstuck. So that floor needs to be solid. So I was poking around at Home Depot this morning. I just happened to come across these support bracket things. I don't even know what they're called. I'm like, oh, those are perfect. They're made out of metal. And they are be a lot stronger. I was going to buy an oak board and just cut it up into pieces and do the same thing the last person did and only use oak because it's hardwood and it doesn't flex like pine does. But they wanted almost $20 for a 5-foot board of oak, so I was like, I just happened to be poking around back by the rafters and stuff, and I found these things. And I think they're perfect. So they're metal. And once you put a lot of screws in them, there's not much give. I have to reinforce this side yet over here. But this side, where my heel is good and strong. So that's perfect. Now I can lay a sheet of subfloor over the top of that. And yeah, that'll be nice and strong, and it'll protect that heat vent from damage. Not that the heat vent is, or the duct work is anything good, mind you, but it'll help. So that's where I'm at right now. The goal for today, I started to frame out the wall for the new water heater room, and the goal today is to finish the floor up here. I might take the toilet off to see what kind of surprises are waiting for me under there. And put some insulation in the walls. I got to deal with that door, an access door. So yeah, I still got a lot of preliminary stuff I have to accomplish here before I can even think about starting the finish work. So I better get cracking. It's a nice day. Temperatures in the 20s, believe it or not. It's warm out actually. And get some stuff done. So as long as I can stay motivated. So I'll chime in like usual once that portion of it's finished. So stay tuned.